What's up? What's up? Woo! Still hot in here for some reason. Okay. Let me check this out right here. Hey, come on. I lost. What is it? Ha ha ha! There we go. What's up, guys? Okay. So tonight actually, lust over love. Let's take a look what Google tells us about lust. I already knew it, but I just wanna confirm it with you guys. An intense, often disordered craving or sexual desire that goes beyond someone. Woo! Alright. Alright. Oh my god, this is so great. It's an intense disorder craving. So I promised to myself, and I said that I was gonna talk for the last 3 months, probably for the rest of my life, right? Because I feel this is my calling for some reason. About dating, relationships, all that thing, right? So tonight is lust over love, right? If there's a such thing of a love, right? There isn't. There's no such thing of love. There's not, right? There's not. Whoo! There isn't. There's not. All right? So, I got you guys right here, lust, right? This is for young guys and older guys. My age, underage, and over my age, right? Right? Under 40, over 40. Lust, an intense, often disordered craving of sexual desire that goes beyond healthy attraction over someone. Woo! Woo! Okay. So, I'm gonna go through this, right? So, now that we know the definition of lust, there's no room. There is no room for love. None. Right? My computer wants to go to sleep. Nope. Boom, boom. Right? There's no room for love. What's up? Hi, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm listening with no volume. What? Can you hear me? That's wild. Okay, you guys can hear me. Yeah. It is wild, a little bit, right? So, guys. So I promised to myself that I was gonna share my experiences and other people's stories with everybody, right? Because I know how it feels to witness a death of somebody who took its life because of depression, loneliness, right? Etc. So this is why I chose this topic, right? So the tables are turning thanks to this war, right? Women somehow something is changing in her and them. Right? So with women, once they hear the word war, they start changing, guys. And it's good. This is fucking good news, right? This is good news, right? Sorry, I'm listening with no volume. Still? Nope. What? No, bye. Carla, you can go bye. I don't care. Are we serious? Can you guys hear me or no? Can you guys hear me? Somebody answer, please. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Carla, nope, I'm leaving. Good. You probably have high body count on your closet. That's why you're leaving. That's good. You shouldn't be here. So, this war, whatever it's becoming, it's giving answers, right? It's giving answers to everybody, regardless if you believe in war or not. This is not about war, right? We're talking about relationships, dating. It's not such thing dating, mating, right? Right? Russia, what's up? Russia, okay. We have the Russian guys right here. I love it. So guys, we need to understand this, right? Right? So women, once they know we're going into war, or we are already in war, their mindset, it starts shifting. Okay? So, I'm talking about lust over love. So, first of all, I already said the definition of Google, right? But I'm going to give you guys my definition of lust, right? Now, said, hi, what's up? Unique content, it's already here, but shifting how? Boom, it is. So, lust is that desire of a woman to have a man at any moment, at any place, at any time. Right? So, I've been talking, right? Family, friends, co-workers, public, right? Viewers, etc. It doesn't matter. So, it always intrigues me that men want women who can love them, right? And it's okay. I thought that years ago, right? You know what? I think God or the gods made woman to love us, right? A woman needs to pick a man and love us forever and never and never and never and never and never, right? Right? This is further from the truth, right? Guys, young, old, I don't care, right? Women, when they see you, right? When they hear your name, they need to be turned on, okay? Any woman, I don't care if it's your wife, your girlfriend, or somebody you're dating, if she doesn't turn on by seeing you, okay, by hearing your name, you're not the one and you shouldn't be there. Period. Huh? Dude, this is crazy, yeah? Why are you watching me then? Huh? This is further from the truth. It's not. It's not. It's not. Right? So women are very intelligent. Women are very intelligent in their way. They're going to convince men saying, I love you. No. I have 6 kids, right? With different mothers, right? All of them said something familiar. They said, you turn me on. Okay? Alex, you turn me on. It has nothing to do with love. Zero. And I know men, especially young men, have been brainwashed to say, you know what? I'm looking for a woman who can love me for the way I am. Absurd. It's not going to happen. Right? It's not going to happen. Right? You need to go on a date. I don't. I have 6 kids. I don't have to. I don't. So women are very smart on this. They're gonna trick you into the trick that you need love. You don't need love. As a man, from a woman, you need from her lust. You need, guys, stop being a fool, okay? Stop being a fool, okay? You only can love yourself, okay? From a woman, either you have her lust or kids or both. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. With women, she needs to take her clothes off before the bed. That's what she was doing before she met you at the clubs, right? So I had a girlfriend years ago, and I told her, honestly, what do you like of a man? What are you searching of a man? Like, what turns you on, right? She honestly told me that, I don't know. Sometimes I'm already on his arms, and I don't know why. That's the answer, right? A lot of women, including your wife and girlfriend, have experience of other men that they have sex on the parking lot, on the garage, before going to the apartment, right? So one of my baby mamas said that, you know what? You're right. She said it. You're right. If we're not virgin, we don't deserve to be married, because we be fooling around. We have been with other men, right? And you guys have to know that you have to accept this, right? You don't need love from a woman. Either you have kids or you have sex, right? That's it. You cannot have advice from a woman. You cannot have, my wife or my girlfriend is gonna tell me what to do with my life. You don't need that. It's foolish, okay? A woman can only give you kids, okay? Or pleasure, right? A woman can only give you kids or pleasure. That's the way it is. I had a lot of girlfriends, they said, I never made it to the bedroom. I was having sex on the door. That is lust. And if your wife or girlfriend doesn't have that lust over you, it's over. It's over, my dudes. You need to understand this truth. I fell for it. Of course. Of course, I was young and naive, and I said, you know what? Love comes from a woman. It doesn't. Love comes from yourself. Okay? You build a relationship with yourself. Alex, I want kids. Okay, that's when you need a woman. I want somebody who can just tear her clothes off, then you need a woman. Okay? And this is the question, this is the answer of all times. Nobody, and I mean it. I've been listening to podcasts and everything. How can I make a woman lust over me? This is the question of all time. Woo! Huh? Facts. Of course it's facts. Alex, how can I make a woman lust over me? Simple. You need to treat her that she's not special. If a woman comes to your life, young men who are listening to me right now, how can I make my woman lust over me? Should I get naked? Nope. Should I exercise? Nope. It's not physical. I'm gonna repeat it again. With women, for her to be lusting over you is not physical, right? It's psychological. It is psychological. So, guys, whenever you meet a woman, don't tell her in words, I don't need you. No. It's something that you tell yourself. I don't need you, but I can deal with you right now, right? So it's not about hate or love, okay? Because I know a lot of information, it's about, oh, I don't need women. That's absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. Man and woman will always need each other. You just need to find out what is the strategy to pull her into your life, all right? You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you guys. Write it down. Write it down right now. What is it that a woman is gonna fall for you? What is it that a woman is going to lust for you, love you, want you, call you, whatever it is? One thing. Don't be perfect. I said it. Once a man decides to be too perfect, subconsciously, he's saying, I don't need nobody. And that's wrong. I don't care how much stoic you are. Okay? You need to let female nature and woman into your life to complement your success. Okay? Imperfection leads to attraction. Guys, stop being so perfect. Stop. Men aren't supposed to be around 24/7. We're natural hunter-gatherers. Yes, we are. Guys, just because you are in your grind, you know what to do with your life, that doesn't mean you don't want woman in your life. That's wrong, and it's gonna set you up to failure. All right? Guys, you don't want to be perfect. This is why we have women. Women are fixers. They fix up men. I'm going to repeat it again. So, I know a lot of, even myself, a lot of people have read a lot of Stoic philosophy from Romans, Marcus Aurelius, etc. And they think that's the answer for everything. It is an answer for something, but not for everything, right? Once you as a man who don't want woman in their life, this is when you start failing. Men are not supposed to be perfect. They're not. That's where they're woman in here. Women fall in love with imperfections. Ta-da! Huh? Women fall in love with imperfections. Huh? That's why you have a lot of women falling in love with ex-convicts or people in jail. Huh? Because they need help. As a man, there's nothing wrong with getting your stuff together. There's nothing wrong for going to the gym, getting your financial situation together. Right? What is wrong, and it will fail, because I've seen it, and it will happen again, right, is when men want to be perfect. Okay? Even, I'm going to say it, even if you're so disciplined and you think and know, Alex, I'm perfect, and I will believe you. But I will tell you, this is not the way to live in earth unless you're gay and you don't want woman in your life. Okay? But if you want and need woman in your life, you need to stop being perfect. Women fall in love with imperfection. Okay? That's the way it is. Does anyone speak my language? What's up? Okay? Guys, young man, older man, if you're married and you think your wife is tripping, she doesn't appreciate you, stop paying the bills, okay? Start doing something that is against your religion, against the motto of your family. Okay? Stop. Start doing the opposite. Okay? And watch how quickly they will love you again. Man loses his manhood because he's trying to be too perfect. Women are designed, women are here to solve half of man's problem with S. I'm going to say it again. Women are here to solve half a man's problems. They're fixers up. A woman needs a challenge. When a woman meets a guy who is perfect, he doesn't need a wife or a woman. That's the way it is, guys. As a man, it's good to have discipline. I do my push-ups, my pull-ups, I have my money, but sometimes you have to be imperfect because you're not going to attract women in your life. Women want to fix men. That's embedded in their biology. Women are not looking for perfect men. They are looking for men that are struggling with something. Even if you're not struggling with something, fake it. Fake it. So you can have some woman in your life. Fake it. Okay? Stop being so perfect. It's a number game. Of course it's a number game. Woman is a number game. Of course. It is a number game. Right? You will find one today or tomorrow. You will. Right? But my whole point is about what I start talking about, lust. Right? So women will give themselves to somebody in the parking lot, in the garage, in the front of a door before going to the bed. Women will be laid anywhere if the man allows it, right? This is the woman nature. You cannot change it, right? And if I'm going to hear men, well, I don't want that. Okay, good. Good. You're here just to be alone, right? Not me. I like women. I love women. I like the smell, the movement, everything. Okay? So I know for me to attract women, I cannot be perfect. Even if I can, I have to play it out like I'm not perfect. If I'm too perfect, then woman will not come into my life. Period. And I think this is a problem with a lot of people, young men especially, right? I need to get my shit together and I don't need a woman. And I'm gonna be perfect, have my house, my money, everything. Wrong, right? Wrong. You have to allow women to come into your life by somehow showing that you need help with something, even if you don't need it. That's the trick, okay? That's the trick. Solomon said, a wicked woman walks you way run. Yeah, right? So guys, any man, any teaching that it's shared with you that you don't need a woman, it's wrong, okay? It's wrong, and you guys know it. I don't have to explain it, okay? You guys need woman. We need woman in our lives. But the only way it comes to us is when we are being imperfect. We cannot be perfect. You have to allow a woman to your room and say, oh my God, that's dirty. We'll clean it. Right? There's no way a woman is going to come to your apartment, your flat, your house, and say, oh my God, this is so clean. I'm so impressed. Nope. Nope. A woman knows when she sees a man. She doesn't. She doesn't. No. A woman feels her feminine nature when she encounters a man that doesn't care about everything. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about everything. He does care about something. But he allows a woman to care about certain stuff that he doesn't care. Okay? A man, even though you're trained, you can be a Navy SEAL, a elite Marine, whatever, right? Whatever the word that you can find for a special man who's trained to be the best of the best, right? You have to fake, and I know it sounds fucked up, but you need not to fake, but to just allow women to come into you to fill that space because you don't know how. Okay? You shouldn't be offended if a woman walks into your room and she says, this is dirty. That should be a compliment. Because that means that, like, I have to clean it. I have to clean over my man, right? If a woman comes into your flat, into your apartment, and everything is perfect, you know what she's going to say? He doesn't need me. I need to leave. Because I don't even have my room like he has it. Right? But this can be hard for men who have developed a lot of discipline in their lives. All right? I've met a lot of Marines who literally can do everything. And I listen to them. I don't say anything, right? when I was incarcerated. But later, right, the days will go by, and I will say, bro, you know that women fuck and love men who are lost? And he will laugh, right? One of them say, you're right. My wife left me and cheated on me with a guy who didn't have anything. So, but here's the trick. Okay, Alex, so that means I have to be a loser? I don't have to do anything about life? I don't have to grind. I don't have to succeed. I don't have to get my shit together? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that sometimes you have to hold back and allow a woman to finish what you started. Because it's not about you all the time. It's not about you all the time. It's about woman who needs to finish what you started, right? But you have to have a very strong self-esteem to take the shit that she's gonna say. Because she's going to tell you, oh my God, I can't believe it, your room is so dirty. You cannot get offended by that. You should take it as a compliment. Right? You should take it as a compliment. Right? So guys, coming back to lust over love. If your wife, if your girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with you anywhere, at any time, you need to stop, revelate. You need to go back, revelate, and say, you know what? Something is going on here, right? Love will vanish. I'm going to repeat it again, and I'm going to wrap it up with this one. I'm going to sleep. Love will vanish. Love will vanish. Lust will always prevail. Why? Because it is the primal state of a woman biology. When she decides to have intercourse with somebody, that means she's tapping into her innate, accurate instinct of survival. Okay? Anything else is a lie. Love, it's a lie. It will fade away. Okay? Lust is the action that you will trigger on a woman to have intercourse with you because she thinks you are the man. And that should be your answer. Good night, brothers.